Good morning, fourth graders. It is Wednesday, April 8th, 2020. And even though it's Wednesday, it kind of feels like a Friday. Because starting tomorrow, you have spring break or Easter break for 5 days. You have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday off from school. So no assignments on those days. Enjoy time with your family. I'm sure you'll be spending time with your family and trying to make the best out of this 5-day break that you have from school. I'm coming from a different room in my house today. This has been kind of our evening and weekend projects here lately, but this is going to be the baby's room. And so we've been painting. We painted this window white and had this wall got painted gray, and this wall over here is going to be a really pale pink color because baby is a girl, but we haven't painted that one yet. And yesterday evening I worked on painting furniture. Whew, some big tasks going on. That was actually my furniture from when I was little, and we're reusing it, but painting it and changing out the handles on it to make it look a little bit newer and nicer. All right, have a Google Doc for you going today for our class discussion, and I want you guys to share, what do you think you're going to do for spring break? Because your family talked about that. Are you going to do anything fun together? Have something planned? I'm sure Easter is probably going to be celebrated a little bit different this year than what your family traditions might usually be, but maybe think through what you're going to do and share that in the class document. I had a couple questions too about doing a live meeting or a Zoom, if you've seen Zoom advertised a little bit. We did get permission where we can do that now. There's a couple things that I have to do to get set in place first, but I'll take care of that today, and maybe next week we could set up a Google Hangout and have a little meeting together live so that you can see each other. All right, I'm going to share a couple of quotes with you. These are actually from earlier in the week, but I really liked them. And it's actually written a little bit differently, so I'll show you those two. This first one is from someone named Delaney. Might be Delaney in our class. It's just 4 words. It says, live life out loud. I thought that was a good one. And then I really liked this one over here. Be the change you want to see in the world. Maybe if there's something that bothers you and you wish something were different in the world, you could start that change yourself. All right, we'll read a little bit of Frindle and get started on our day. Several kids smiled and a few peeked at the clock. Nick was famous for this, and the whole class knew what he was doing. Unfortunately, so did Mrs. Granger. She hesitated a moment and gave Nick a smile that was just a little too sweet to be real. Her eyes were the color of a thundercloud. Why, what an interesting question, Nicholas. I could talk about that for hours, I bet. She glanced around the classroom. Do the rest of you want to know too? Everyone nodded yes. Very well then, Nicholas, will you do some research on that subject and give a little oral report to the class? If you find out the answer yourself, it will mean so much more than if I just told you. Please have your report ready for our next class. Mrs. Granger smiled at him again, very sweetly. Then it was back to business. Now, the homework for tomorrow can be found on page 12 of your Words Alive book. Nick barely heard the assignment. His heart was pounding, and he felt small, very small. He could feel the tops of his ears glowing red. A complete shutdown, an extra assignment, and probably a little black mark next to his name on the seating chart. Everything he had heard about this teacher was true. Don't mess around with the lone Granger. the end of that chapter. Hope you have a great day today and a great next 5 days off from school for your break. And there won't be any posts on Google Classroom over these 5 days because this is our break and taking some time away. So no need to check in there at all. Just think through of it as your spring break as if we were meeting for school too. So I hope you have a great break and you stay safe and healthy and have a lot of fun with your family. Miss you guys. Bye.